Here's a fun fact. When I was in high school, I developed the nickname of the Dust Bunny, and that stuck for a long time. Dust Bunny, DB, Bunny. Some people would just call me Bunny. I thought it was going to be a rap name. I thought I was going to be Dust Bunny, the rapper. And I would make rap songs, and they were... in my mind, they were very good, and in real life, outside of my mind, they were very bad. And that's a true story. Welcome to Digging Holes with Dusty Tunnel. Thank you so much for listening. It's been a while since I put out a podcast, but we're back at it. We're doing it again. I actually had just recorded a podcast with a friend the other day on my new MacBook, and... the audio turned out to be shit because I don't know anything about audio equipment, and my interface is not compatible with a MacBook. So I apologize to TD Cunningham, who recorded a great podcast, but I am a very stupid person, and I dropped the ball on that. But we're going to have him back on soon and do another awesome podcast, so you're going to love that. But today's podcast is with Ty Shelton, who is a giant man. Before I got to know him, I was intimidated by him because he is a big person with jewelry and a goatee, and he rides a motorcycle and owns a motorcycle and rides a motorcycle and looks like he would ride a motorcycle. And that's an intimidating thing to me. But he's actually a very, very nice person, very sweet. So sweet, in fact. And I'm not supposed to tell you this, but we cuddled for 23 to 27 minutes after recording this. I didn't look at the time when we started to cuddle, so I'm just estimating about how long it was. But it was a good long cuddle, and he'll deny that it happened. He'll deny vehemently, and I don't think that's a word. But he will deny it, and it did happen because he is so sweet, and I needed it, and he offered it to me. Ty Shelton is a very funny comedian here in San Diego. I've never seen him not be funny. He's does a lot of jokes about his life and times with his girlfriend and family and stuff, and he's definitely worth going to see. And he's going to be performing roast battle comedy tomorrow, I believe it was, and then he's also going to be at Madhouse Comedy Club Wednesday. So if you're in San Diego and you're listening to this, and even before you listen to how awesome of a person he is on this podcast, just plan on going to see him. Find him on social media, Ty Shelton, TYSHELTON. And, yeah, I am not feeling real funny right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and transition into the podcast, and you're going to love it. Without further ado, this is Ty Shelton. Yeah.
It trips me out, like, even on my Xbox, like, I hear myself through it, and it's, like, weird to me. But
Oh, are you a gamer?
No. But, like, I'm not... I play video games, but I'm not, like, the dude... I would never be like, I'm a gamer.
Yeah.
Kind of guy. But I do, like, I play, like, racing games and Grand Theft Auto and shit.
Oh, okay. No, like, first-person shooters?
The only one that I did was, like, Destiny for a while.
I don't even
but
know
I
what
really,
that is. Yeah, I've been out of the loop for so long that...
Are you a Call of Duty guy?
Call of Duty and Halo. Yeah.
I get swatted at Call of Duty so bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
when I was playing, it was like the first version with the Nazi zombies.
Oh, okay.
That was like the last time I played. So that was a while ago, right? Like,
I don't know. I don't play Call of Duty a lot. My cousins and all that shit, they're so into it, dude. And like,
yeah, I had to quit, man. I'd play it for like 8 hours, just straight. Like,
see, I'll break the controller before that. Because I'm so bad at it, dude. Like, my cousin is so good at it that we'll be playing like 1-on-1, and I'll be shooting at him with whatever, like he'll give me like the best gun, and I just can't hit him, and he'll run up and stab me, and I'm like, dude, how did you I shot you. There's no way you didn't die, and I'd get so pissed. It's insane.
Like, yeah, it's not like real life, right? Like,
I would hope not. My cousin would be a bad motherfucker.
That's this like recent shooter in where was that at? The one that like he didn't kill anyone, but he was outside of a courthourhouse or something.
Oh, I didn't hear
and
about that one.
They shot and killed him.
There's so many now.
Yeah, I think he was like super into video games like that, and he was like trying to mimic like what he did, but then he ended up getting shot and killed.
That's like the dude that was in New Zealand at that Did you hear about that one?
Oh, yeah, the Moss guy.
Did you see the video?
No, I never saw
Oh, it's ridiculous, dude. Yeah. It literally looks like a video game.
Really?
Yeah, because he like wore a helmet cam.
Oh,
and he just goes in and just starts laying people over.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to watch that.
It almost looks fake though. That's why it's like it doesn't seem real.
Yeah,
I didn't enjoy it.
Right? It was like a live stream.
Yeah, he put it on Facebook. People were like watching it, thinking it was fake because it was just insane. Yeah,
that is insane, man. Mm-hmm. I don't know. So we have Ty Shelton after that depressing conversation. So typically what I do is I start out with something. I didn't
know we started.
Oh yeah, I just hit record. Yeah, so I like to start out with something really sad and see if you can recover from it. So we'll see how it goes. You're not going to do well though. So
I can tell.
Yeah. How long have you been doing comedy?
July next month will be 3 years.
Oh, cool.
July 16th.
That's not really that long. You're pretty good. You seem more seasoned than that. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell with people sometimes, but
yeah, I think that once you see some people so much, like you kind of just like get used to their style, and you just kind of.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, you're like pretty comfortable. I guess 3 years is enough time to get comfortable. Sometimes you see these guys that go up, and it's like 6 months later they're like already good at it. Like, what's his name? Performed last night. I don't think he's been doing it that long. Tyler Brandt. Do you know him?
No, I saw it on Facebook though on your post. I didn't. I think Bates was his last name. I don't know who he is though.
Brandt, like Brant is Tyler Brandt. I don't know, but I don't think he's been doing it very long. He's super funny. Like he was pretty impressive. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I feel like I've been doing. Well, I have been doing it for like 4 or 5 years. I feel like I have been, but like I took a lot of breaks and stuff. Mm-hmm. But it feels like it took me a really long time until like there was just one day I got like just the right amount of drunk or something, and then I went on stage and just like did my thing completely different than because I was like not like Jerry Seinfelding it, but just like trying to be a comedian, you know. And then there was one day I just went on stage and just started talking like I talk.
Oh yeah. So instead of like you're trying to put on a part instead of going and just talking how you should.
Yeah. So then like I don't remember what happened exactly. It's just like I just felt relaxed and I just started kind of like shooting the shit, and then the set went so much better than it had been.
Yeah.
So
I think it's because you weren't in the mindset of like trying to perform.
Right.
Like you're going up there like I have to put on a performance instead of just going up there and talking and doing just telling your jokes or your stories or whatever you're gonna do.
Yeah, I think so. And then like when you write jokes, you write it in your voice too, right? So like if it comes out in your voice, it's just better that way.
Yeah, some artificial like. That's why like people like will tell me to like be like super energetic, and I'm not like anyway. So
yeah, it doesn't.
Like,
yeah,
if I go up there and I start yelling, like it just doesn't feel. It doesn't feel like it's gonna be something that I did.
Right. Yeah. That's how I feel too. Because I've tried to do that, like get up there and like walk around on stage and stuff, and it's like, oh, it just feels forced.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, like there'll be moments like if like people in the audience start like speaking up and like you kind of like everyone gets amped up and you kind of get louder, but most of the time just like telling a story and stuff, I just kind of stay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
stay
I think
playing.
I think it works for you really well. I feel like me and you sort of probably have like a similar style in that we just are sort of like low energy, just yeah.
For sure. That's why I don't make a good host.
Yeah.
Like
I've never even tried to host.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I've done it a few times, but I don't like it. Like because I'm sort of just like, hey, like you might see this guy at another place and then just bring him up and you don't like every time you can see on their face, like, dude, what was that? Like that, like, and I'm sorry, like, I don't have it. I don't have the host thing.
I have a hard time paying attention to somebody's entire set too. So like, I mean, it seems like what you're supposed to do as a host is like, like make a joke about something they said right during the set,
I think that's only at an open mic.
Yeah,
like you can't be like.
Oh, I thought at an open mic you just shit on the next person that's gonna or the last
I think
person.
you shit on them before they get on stage and then right after too.
Yeah,
but I think like at a
try and make them feel as bad as possible.
Yeah, because I remember the first time I ever hosted, they came up to me and they're like, "Hey, don't fucking make jokes in between the sets. Like I don't know what like don't do that."
Okay.
I guess like maybe if the dude like just eats shit, then you can go up and be like, "Yeah, that guy." Fucking whatever, and make a joke about it, but I
try
don't
and bring the energy back up for the next person.
Yeah, but
yeah,
I feel like if he had a good set and you're just like fucking just make some stupid joke about his ethnicity or something, probably isn't a good idea. But
I mean, it could be a great idea. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
So what they just told you to like say their credits or whatever?
Yeah, they're basically just like don't bullshit around.
Where was that at?
Madhouse, the old one.
House.
Okay.
Yeah,
the old spot.
Their new spot's so much better, but I feel like the layout's kind of weird, huh? Like how there's like the bar on the side, and then like it feels like they don't utilize for the main room. Yeah, it feels like they don't utilize like all the space they can.
I think that stage was there whenever it was the Hard Rock, so they were just kind of like let's leave
just
it.
Used it. Yeah,
and I like it because it's I don't know it feels like it's different because if there's only a certain amount like a little group of people there. Right. Then they're like forced to sit right there, as opposed to like having to like sit everywhere.
That's true. And kind of forces them to be sort of intimate.
It's definitely good for like the open mic or the late night show where you in the brick room when it's small and there you get 25 people and that little room is a lot.
I like that little room.
Yeah, that one's fun.
Yeah.
That like the main room's cool, but that little room is almost more fun.
I don't know if you feel this way, but like maybe because. Like I'm low energy and stuff, I kind of like the small intimate room, just like where it's like a small stage, so it doesn't feel like
you have to shout for the people in the back to hear you.
Yeah, you don't have to like move, like it doesn't feel like you have to move around a lot or anything.
The stage is the size of this table,
right?
So it's like you're on something little.
Yeah. So I like places like that. There was a couple places when I was in LA, like Flappers has like they call it the Yoo-Hoo room, and it's super tiny like that. It looks like a bus stop, like. I mean, it looks like a literal. Well, I think they changed it since I've been there, but I used to like doing that room a lot too.
I've never been there.
Yeah. So you do a lot of comedy about your girlfriend, and one, does she know that you do comedy about her, and two, is she real?
Oh yeah.
She's a real person.
She's a real person. Yeah, she's definitely real.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she knows that you do a lot of comedy about her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she loves it.
You ever say anything that's like made her mad?
Not that she's told me about, but she's literally just came back like, I can't believe you said that. And it's like, but not like mad, just more like shocked because like she's a nice person, but she's like, if she's gonna say something mean, like even in a joking way, like she's gonna hurt your feelings. Like, so, that's just how she is. She does
sounds
not
like
hold
a
back.
Comedian kind of. Yeah.
She can be. I bet she could be.
Yeah.
She could be.
You ever like trying to encourage her to do it or anything?
I've told her like if you can, like if you want to do it, and she's just like, I think that she thought about it more till she like went to a couple open mics with me, and she's like, yeah, fuck that. Like, but.
Yeah, once you see that,
when you see what it really is compared to like Netflix,
it's not just like glamorous. Like, we post all these pictures of us on like stage, looking all glamorous.
But no one posts like when there's no one there and you're eating it, and
or like when you're at mics for 5 hours and you get like 5 minutes of stage time,
or they just cut it right in front of you because there's no one there. You're like, oh, cool. So I drove down here, sat here for 3 hours, and then just go home now.
Oh yeah,
but no, she could definitely. I feel like she could do it, and I don't usually tell people like. I tell people whenever they're like, I think I could do it. I'm like, go for it then. Like, do it because.
I tell everybody because that says it
if
to
they,
try it.
Because if they're not good at it, I want to watch. I want you, I want to watch you eat it. Like, it's funny, but I don't. I've told her like, if you think you could do it, go for it. Like, I genuinely think that she could do good. Yeah. Just because she is funny, she's very.
And usually, people that tell me that they've always wanted to try it but are too scared, it's like, they're usually people that I think. Need to experience that, you know what I mean? Like I don't know if this happens to you, but like sometimes or a lot of times that specific kind of person that's like, oh well, like, you know, I'm really funny, I've always wanted to try and be like, you're not really funny, so
Yeah.
I want you to try it
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I've seen there's been a lot of people that are like, yeah,
Yeah.
I make all my friends laugh, and they're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, we'll make these fucking strangers laugh. Try that, because they don't have.
Yeah.
They don't have a reason to like you whenever you get up there. So
Yeah,
it's
stand on stage in a dive bar with two people.
Mm-hmm.
Watching
Tell me how you
and-
feel about it. Yeah. It's not your friends.
Yeah, how are you gonna deal with that silence, man?
Yeah, that kind of stuff's tough.
Yeah, I won't say names, but this poor person that was did the show that I was on last night with the like no one there cut their set short like by a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and like was beat red, and oh man,
Oh, really?
that's such an awful like thing to even just watch. You know?
Yeah.
Like, you just feel.
Unless it's
Feel
your friend,
fun.
then it's funny.
Yeah. If it's like enough of a friend, and you know that they're gonna recover from it, and they're actually
Well,
like,
yeah, you know that they are funny. You're just like, they're just
Yeah.
having a bad day. That's funny.
Yeah, because then you can make fun of them for it. But this person, I couldn't have made fun of for
No,
it.
just genuinely felt bad.
Yeah, it was just awful. Because I've done like I remember there was like a set I did at this this divey bar in like Van Nuys one time, and there was. So I don't know why they didn't close down the pool tables during the show, but they left the pool tables open, and there was like 4 guys playing pool. One of them had sunglasses with a lens missing, and like he had as many lenses in his sunglasses as he had teeth, you know.
Right.
And like and then there was like 3 people at the bar, and like none of them paid attention. And I think I was supposed to do 10 minutes or 8 minutes or something, and I just like. It was that situation where I started forgetting material because I was just crickets, and like I mean I was still pretty new at it too, and so yeah, that just reminded me of that feeling when I saw them last night. I was like, oh, that's awful.
Yeah,
But-
no. I mean, but everyone that does it has had that kind of.
Oh,
they've
for
had
sure,
that spot,
yeah.
whether even
Yeah.
open mic or not.
You
It's
can, I think you need to have it. It's kind of like the idea that everybody needs to work in like retail or something or a customer service at some point.
like
Like
every
just
comedian
so,
needs a bomb.
yeah, just so you know.
Oh yeah,
what
well
it's
I mean
like,
you don't have a choice. Like you're going to.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, if you get into it, yeah, there's people. Yeah, you're not gonna just get in and kill it every set.
Yeah.
that's never happened.
I mean, you know, I was on a good run there for a while, but no. No, I'm just
I mean,
kidding.
I've seen. Well, no, I've seen a lot of people where they like, yeah, this guy just doesn't seem like it's like he's got it every time, and then you watch him one night, and you're like, oh, there it goes. Like you could just see it slip. Even I've had
Yeah.
like where I felt like I was doing good for like a few months, and all of a sudden it's like I can't get a laugh at all, and I'll like go back to stuff that I know works, and it does not work.
Doesn't work. Yeah,
No.
it's kind of weird because it's almost palpable. Like you can feel the energy just leave the room.
Oh, for
Like,
sure.
Yeah, and it's just sometimes there's no recovering from it.
Mhm.
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, those suck too. Whenever you're like, yeah, you guys aren't going to give me back any of this at all.
Yeah. When was your last time that that happened?
Oh well, probably Tuesday night.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tuesday night, the first
Yeah,
show I
rough one.
did in the brick room at Madhouse, and there was like 8 people there, and 2 of them kind of were into it. And
Yeah.
like you would ask people questions, like just because I was like, all right, well this isn't working, like I'll just try the crowd work thing and see how, if at least they'll like we'll have a conversation. I can maybe say something that'll make them smile. And they were just 1-word answers. You from San Diego? No. Like, like, are you guys a couple?
Oh.
No. Like there was nothing. They gave you nothing, and it was like fuck. And then there was like one guy in the back like giggling, and I think he was giggling because he knew that I was having a hard time. And like everybody, like everyone that went up that night did really bad.
there was a loud giggler when I went up for the mic. So did you do the actual show?
Yeah. I did the show at 8, and then like went to ACC, and then went back to the brick room
Oh,
for
okay.
the open mic after that too.
Yeah, because when I went up for the mic, there was like a random loud giggler too. I wonder if it was the same guy, and he was giggling like no matter what anybody else was doing. Like if my joke didn't do well, he was still like giggling super loud.
I think that night I went up at the mic like early. That was the night I think.
So it probably wasn't the same guy. I mean, I don't know.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had a good set at the mic, just
Yeah.
not during the
Just
show.
not during
oh
the
no,
show.
no, it was
Not
awful.
when it mattered.
No,
Yeah.
and that's what everyone that had came up was like. Oh, they're pretty tough, and I was like, oh, we'll see. Like, I've never had like that mentality when they're like, oh, they're tough. I'll be like, I'll break them. But like usually, like they're tough, and like, okay, well, like
Yeah.
maybe they just. I usually like maybe they just didn't like you. They
Yeah.
didn't like anybody. Like
Yeah.
they didn't like anyone, and that was
That's
how it was
funny.
the entire time.
Huh.
But Yeah, everyone had a bad set that night. At least besides the headliner, like Adam Connie headline, and I guess he had a good set. I didn't see it, but I guess he had a good time.
Yeah. I think sometimes that's where you want to be that energetic guy too, is like if it's just low energy the whole time, you come out and just like grab their attention by like screaming at them and be funny that way.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like if I went in and did that, people would be like, "Fuck this guy!" Like, right away, they would just not. They
might be scared of you because you're a big guy. That's how I would feel.
Yeah, they don't know me.
Yeah, you're a really nice guy. Yeah.
I try to be.
Yeah,
people I don't know. People seem like they get weird.
Well, you have like rings, like giant rings.
That doesn't mean I'm mean though.
Yeah, but I mean, giant hands and giant rings means like potentially a lot of damage to your face. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, until I start talking, then they realize I'm an idiot.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of obvious. Yeah, from the get-go. Yeah. But you're such a nice guy that I can agree with you being an idiot and not be scared to get punched in the face. So.
No, I won't do anything about it.
24-year-old with that needs knee replacements like next year.
Yeah. I'm not threatening. All you gotta do is run up some stairs and you're gone. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, he'll be out of the way. Or I'll have asthma attack before I get to you. So yeah, you're good either way.
Yeah. Your knee's gonna lock up at some point. So
eventually, yeah. My lungs will just quit working. Either one. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, as long as you're not on a motorcycle, you're not catching anyone, huh?
No, probably not.
What made you get into comedy?
Well, I always liked it. I mean, because like whenever I was a little kid, like my dad and my mom always watched it. They're big. Both my parents are big comedy fans.
Oh yeah. What'd you watch as a kid?
The Blue Collar Comedy Tour was like the big one for me.
Oh yeah, you're so 24. I forget you're young. That's so funny.
How old are you?
33.
That's not that much older.
I mean, like 9 years, almost a decade.
I know, but you act like you could be my dad. You're like, I forgot you're such a kid.
No, it's just funny because like the Blue Collar Comedy Tour, I remember
like in
that.
high school, huh?
Yeah, I think it was like in high school.
Yeah,
so
I was
like,
in.
Yeah.
I was still in elementary school when that came out because I remember for 6th grade camp I did a talent show. I tried comedy for the first time.
Oh shit, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
6th grade. Huh.
Well, it wasn't. It was more like I was making 10-year-olds laugh. It was like
that's still cool,
stupid
like
prop comedy kind of. No, I was
okay.
had like dumb shit I found in a box and was making fun of it and just.
That's cool.
It went. It was fun. If the video ever came up, I'd hang myself. But it was fun.
So that's kind of you just watched comedy and then always was into it and.
Well, yeah, because I remember I'd hear it and we'd all go to the desert and everyone had stereos and their golf carts and shit and they would whenever we would stop and everyone would stop and drink and whatever they would play that instead of music.
It was huge, dude.
Yeah, I would just hear
so
people big. Like all my friends, like my parents' friends and everyone were all laughing. And then I would be like, what? Because you would think we'd stop and jam out some music and they're playing this shit. And then I would always hear it. And then one day, I guess one of the DVDs came out. My dad bought it. And I walked out of the living room because I heard Larry the Cable Guy's voice.
Okay.
And because his voice is so distinct.
Yeah.
I heard his voice and I walked out and I'm like, oh, this is the guy. One, he looks exactly how I thought he looked. And then two, I was like, this is the dude. And then I just was glued to it.
Yeah.
And from that point on, as a little kid, that's all I ever wanted to do was watch comedy. That's all I ever.
That's awesome.
That's it.
Yeah, I think so. When when I was in elementary school, I actually went and saw. Well, I watched. I would go to Blockbuster, Old Fashioned Statement, and I would pick out the guy that I watched a lot was Bill Cosby.
Okay, good choice.
Yeah, good choice. Yeah, and he was the first live comedian I saw. I think I was maybe 10 or 12 years old, and he played at the Tulare County Fair.
Oh, you went and saw him
live?
I
went and saw him live.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
you saw him whenever he was in the heat of
he was
everything, too.
He was raping people.
Yeah, he was big into that.
Yeah.
For sure, especially at the time you saw him. Maybe even that night.
He could have raped people anywhere in the world, and he came to our county and
that's what made
people.
You feel special.
Yeah.
He's gonna drug them here too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know, but I'm sure he did rape someone there. I mean, right? I don't know.
What part of town?
It's Tulare County, so Central California.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then definitely.
I mean, it seems like it probably happened. I don't really know.
But feels like it made
just
sense.
In hindsight,
how many people would he really have to do that to? Because he's Bill Cosby.
Well,
I mean,
it's
he's
over
a pretty
the number's
name.
over 80, right, or something.
That's what they say, but
and there's probably even more than that,
or less.
Maybe, yeah, I guess so.
Because once 80 people hear about that, oh, you can get away with that, I'll do it too.
Yeah,
but
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
defending
I mean,
him because he's obviously guilty, but
yeah, he's an awful person, but his comedy was great.
Oh,
though.
for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Oh man, I used to like it got to the point where I was like, a 12-year-old with like tears coming down my face. I was laughing so hard.
That's how I was with like, because like whenever I was a little kid and Larry the Cable Guy was just like fart jokes and shit like that, it was always funny. But and then as like I got older and I would watch him again, like I'd see like Ron White and I'm like, dude, that guy's the man, like because
Ron White is
writes different, like
good.
he writes like stories and does like shit like that.
I love Ron White's like delivery and cadence and stuff is like one of my favorites. Just like
that guy's the man. Oh, I love it. But those guys are the ones that got me into it. And then once I would branch out, and me and my brother, because my brother's so big into it too. Like we would just sit on the couch and watch Live at Gotham and like when we were like kids, we would just watch it. Yeah, because my parents didn't care like what we watched or listened to, so it was like
I watched a lot of Comedy Central, like the Comedy Central presents like 30-minute specials and stuff. Yeah, like even like I wasn't a big fan. Well, actually no, I was a giant fan still. I guess I got a little pretentious later, but like Dane Cook.
Yeah, I was just about to say same thing. Yeah.
Did you see his? You saw his Comedy Central? Like,
when he's got the wife beater on.
Yeah, and he's like, he does the alien thing, and he pours the water on him. He's like, "Why is alien always wet, dude?" I like that was fucking that murdered. That was so funny. I thought.
Yeah.
And then he got really big, and I still like I loved him. And then it was like later on when I started I think I just jumped on the like bandwagon, like the
people hating him.
Cook. Yeah,
and that was like I don't know. I felt like whenever all that happened, I think a lot of people jumped on the bandwagon kind of thing. Because I still loved his movies, but I was like, yeah, his stand up is like not.
Yeah,
but then I would also like tell people too. I was like, well, yeah, but it worked.
Like, right, yeah.
You don't sell out Madison Garden like being shit. Like it worked for that many people. However
his
many
formula
people
worked.
But have you seen him? Have you seen him now? Like his newer stuff.
The last one I saw his special where he was in. I don't know where it was. It looked like a basement or something, and it was like a small venue.
Right.
And it was the first special he put out after his parents died. So it was like a lot of kind of dark comedy about like
which one that was.
I think he closes with the peanut butter smack porn.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I've heard the album. I don't think I've seen the special, but I've heard.
And it was actually pretty good. I thought, really.
Yeah.
It was like because his when he was giant. Like, I mean, I still loved it. But then like when I looked back on it after I sort of got more like analytical about comedy. It didn't feel like he was telling jokes so much as just saying things very animated.
Just being obnoxious.
Yeah. Which is fine. I mean, if it's funny, it's funny.
Yeah, it worked.
So, so I hated on it for a while, and then I think I got to the point where I realized it was like, oh, there's no real reason to hate on it. Just
yeah, because it's just his style, him doing his thing.
Yeah,
just because it's not the kind of comedy you like doesn't mean it's not funny.
Exactly,
at least to people, but like. Trust me, I get like where you're like, I don't understand why this dude is selling out everywhere, but you're like, okay, but it's working.
Yeah, I mean, there are people that are like that, but I would never
be shitty about it.
No, yeah, I'd like at this point, like especially once you realize how like hard it is to do quality, like come up with a quality joke and deliver it like well every time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
then you start to
like
realize,
who am I?
Yeah. Yeah, this guy sells at Madison Square Garden. I'm going to throw his CD out like it's shit.
Right, yeah. Like
but I saw him at the store in L.A. like just a little over 3 years ago.
Okay.
And it was like, I saw this guy, Brian Monarch, Tom Green.
I like Tom Green a lot.
Tom Green was great, dude. He was
His
so funny that night.
Funny.
But I saw him and then Dane Cook and then Bill Burr. It was like a good show. It was a great show. But Dane Cook, like, he killed it. I thought he was great.
Yeah.
And that's what I left, like, going like, well, because he wasn't doing like he was like telling stories and like being more calm than normal.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't like doing his sound effects and throwing his arms around and being nice. Like he was just like telling. It was like a different person, but it was so funny.
That's kind of how that special that I was talking about, the last one that I saw. I mean, he was animated, but not anything like it in the past. And there was a lot of really dark jokes about like depression and all this stuff, and it was like.
Yeah, he kind of did some of that stuff too whenever I saw him, but I mean, he's definitely on a different level, and he's making a big comeback too, doing like all these tours and shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's kind of like I don't know if it's a fair comparison or not, but like seeing him start to do well again, like makes me root for him in the same way that like I was rooted for like Tiger Woods when he won that that last like big, I don't even know what they're called.
I had never watched golf.
Well, just like
I've never done it.
Just like, you know, Tiger was on top of the world. He was the world's best golfer, and then he has this scandal, and just like, you know, like just everything goes wrong for him. He's got back injuries that require like major back surgery, all this stuff.
Isn't
and
every back surgery kind of major though?
Yeah. But I mean, it's like even more like the major of
it was
back
like
surgeries.
the worst kind of surgery.
Yeah. I think he has a fusion of like, I don't know how many levels in his back, but. And so he just kind of hits rock bottom, and then like, and I think this is kind of how a lot of guys feel, is like he just like fucked up. I think he's a good person, and then he just fucked up. Like he just like cheated on his wife and stuff, and then you see him like it's like a redemption story. Like,
but no one ever meant. Maybe his wife was a dick too. Like
maybe, yeah.
You know, maybe she's like, you're never home. You're always on that fucking golf course, and like, you know, maybe it was.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he's a good-looking black dude with hundreds of millions of dollars. I think there was just radical pussy being thrown at him left and right.
Without a doubt, too.
I think he just gave into it. But I mean, maybe his wife was an asshole too.
That's what I'm saying too.
Yeah,
maybe she's a great person and he sucks, but I don't know.
Yeah. I think she hit him with a golf club or something, like when he was.
That's fitting.
Yeah,
like,
I can't remember.
All
like
things that hit Tiger
he was like
Woods
trying to
with,
leave the house, and she like chased him. Like I think it was with a golf club or something. Like
that's funny.
Yeah, but that's kind of how I feel about Dane Cook when I see him starting to do well again. It's like, man, I don't think he deserved the hate he got. So it's kind of nice to see like a redemption
Come back
story.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Well, it's like he got hate for like stealing a joke from Louis C.K. or whatever, and it was like.
Yeah,
but
I think he was one of these guys that I think got accused of stealing jokes from multiple people, but I think that was like just the hate train. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I wasn't like there and like involved or anything, but there's only so many joke premises. I mean, the jokes you do, the premises of your jokes have been done. Same thing with me.
Everybody's.
So like the idea that like. You know, like your jokes are 100% original is like insane.
Yeah, no, it's crazy
like,
to even assume that. But
yeah,
like,
but if you're doing something verbatim, then like you're a joke thief. But if you're doing something that sounds similar to someone else's joke,
even if you have like the same topic, because I've seen that where like you heard someone do like this same thing,
right?
And you're like, who's
the Latino guy that got in trouble for stealing jokes that Joe Rogan called out? Mencia. So he was stealing jokes like verbatim,
from
and then
Cosby
he was
that one.
Yeah, and he was just switching like one word or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like so that was like joke theft, and that's
for
awful.
Sure. There's a difference though in having like the same premises.
Right, yeah.
Like out of the if I do a half-hour set, 20 minutes of it's going to be about my girlfriend. That's because it's relatable to a lot of people.
Yeah, and if it's relatable, it's thoughts that other people have had.
Yeah, and it's not even like, but they're more like stories instead of just like.
Yeah.
Don't you hate it when this happens? Like I don't ever do that kind of stuff. It's usually like something that that we did or went through. Or
yeah. So it's all true stuff, or do you ever like embellish things?
Oh, of course. Like everyone does.
Kind of
it's like
right?
Yeah, but it's sort of like.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna go up and be like this part I'm joking about, but like,
you know, did your girlfriend really put super glue in your lotion?
Well, no, but like, there's like bits, there's like stuff like that
curious,
where it's like, no, there's like stuff like that where it's just you know, God forbid a comedian made a joke, like,
right.
That's what's funny is like you hear people be like, did that really happen? And you're like, no, I made a joke. Like,
well, I think
like why would you think?
Like I'm a huge fan of Jeselnik, and it's obvious none of his shit's real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's not a serial killer.
Right. Yeah. So like I'm 100% okay. I used to feel like there had to be like truth to your comedy, and I think it's nice that like if it's based on like a true thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I've definitely gotten to the point where like I'm making shit up, you know.
Well, because no one's life's that interesting.
Right.
Like,
that's true.
Yeah, but it's like there's a lot of guys that you know about like that are local dudes that their stuff is mostly true, but then there's other stuff like I just don't ever go up to someone like, did that really happen? Because it's like if it didn't, like, now you're gonna ruin his whole fucking thing that he made.
Right.
You know, like the whole moment that like he built up, and now he's hanging out with people, and you're like, dude, did that really happen? And they're like, no, like, but
like what I just did with the
almost
lotion thing. Yeah. Almost exactly. Yeah.
But no, that kind of stuff. I mean, it doesn't bother me, but it's just funny to like, I don't ever go up to someone and like question their material or. The other thing too is like I don't ever go up to someone and be like, "Hey, I know that was funny, but like you could add this." Like I've had so many comics be like, "Dude, you should use this line," and it's like I don't want to do like say what you like gave me. I don't want to use your idea because now I'm gonna feel like a dick every time I do it. Be like, that was his. That's only funny because he said that, not me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you're like a purist, yeah. I guess
I didn't know there was a word for it.
Yeah, I just made it up. It's
it's very fitting.
Yeah, it's. Well, I don't know. I'll probably write a book sometime and be famous.
There you go. That's one way in.
Yeah, actually, I don't know if I've ever used anything that anybody has like suggested to me though. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if I would like if it was really funny. Like maybe I would use it. I
have, but then like after I say it, it's like you guys all laugh, and it's like you all laugh, but you laughed at his joke. Like,
right.
And it just kind of makes me feel like I know he's not using it, but still, like I didn't come up with it.
Yeah. Yeah,
but it is a weird feeling.
I could see that. Yeah. I don't know what I would do in that situation. But is your brother interested in trying comedy?
He's talked about it a lot.
Yeah,
but I don't know. He talks about it a lot, and then he gets super like weird. Like he doesn't. He's like I could do good if there's a lot of people there. I'm like, no shit.
Yeah, that's
like,
easy.
Yeah, that's the easy part. But he like, because he was always in music. Like he was in a band, like a couple different bands and stuff. And he's been on stage. He's done shows at the House of Blues and shit. Like he's
that's cool.
Yeah, like he's a very talented musician. With as far as like, he can play guitar, drums, bass, everything. Like he does. He's insane with music. That kind of guy. Like he'll hear a song and then just play it without even like. Wow, he can just do that, and it's insane to watch.
Yeah.
But he just won't do it.
It's kind of like another beast a little bit, right? Comedy, because like if
because it's just you,
you, yeah. So like I forget who it is. There's a guy that has a joke that's something about it goes something along the lines of like stand-up comedy is really hard because if I come up here and you don't like my comedy, it's because you don't like me as a person.
That is a good point too. Yeah. And because you could show. Yeah, you guys just don't like me.
Yeah,
like, that's
because like I'm this is me.
Yeah, I'm telling you a lot about myself. Never even thought of that.
Yeah, I forget who it is. It might have been like Mike Birbiglia. I feel like that's right.
I think the one Bill Burr says it whenever he's like with a musician, like you can go. Like, he can hang out in his room and play his guitar for hours and hours and hours and write a riff, and then he'd be like, guys, check it out, and then play it. And, like, a comic can't.
Right.
You don't know it's going to work till you do it in front of people, and you can't, like, hey, friends, gather around, I'm going to tell you guys something funny and see what you think.
Oh, dude, yeah. I hate, like, I don't know if you get this at work. I know, like, the kind of work you do, maybe you're not around people in this kind of way as much, but do you ever get guys saying like, oh, try your material out on me?
Yeah, I've had tell me a joke. You get that more than anything.
Fucking awful.
I did we were hanging out with like some family, like my girlfriend's like sister's fiance's family. Like, wrap your head around that. It's like people I might not see for a long time.
Yeah.
But they found out that I do comedy,
which is the worst thing
is the worst, especially when you're like strangers, because like I'm not like, I'm quiet, like I'll stay quiet unless like I have a reason to talk. Yeah. So like if I go on stage, I have a reason to talk now because I'm on stage. But like if I'm just like walking through a crowd of people, I'm not like, hey, everybody check me out, like I'm the star. Like I don't do that. So like I'm just sitting there, everyone's eating lunch or whatever. There's like 20 people at this table, and then this dude just goes, hey mom, he does comedy, and I was like, fuck, dude. Yeah. Like, cause, and then she looks at me and she word for word she goes, I would have never guessed you don't even talk. And I was like, well, but you know, I'm...
Dude, I get the same exact shit.
But then she kept going, tell me a joke. And I was like, it doesn't work like that. I was like, I'm not... Yeah. Like, one, I'm not a fucking show pony, too. Like, you can't just tell me to do a trick. And
just
then
dance,
two, it's like...
monkey dance,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then I was like, just, how about go to a show? Like,
right,
you want to hear the set go? Like, I'll even get you in for free. Like,
yeah, I said that to a surgeon I was working with one time. He was like, hey, tell me a joke. And I was like, hey, do surgery on me for free.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't like...
But it's like... And I don't know like why they would like I'm like I don't even like tell like jokes for I like do stories. So it's like and I told her I was like I don't really tell jokes, like I tell stories, and then they're like, "Well, tell us a story." I'm like, it doesn't translate. Yeah, and then like the whole day they're like, "Tell us a joke." And I was like, "I promise like it fucking won't work." And I just like refused to do anything. Like part of me almost was like tried to say something. And I was like, "I'm not about to do we only do a 5-minute set in front of you guys like at this table for no reason. I'm look like an asshole." So like I just didn't do it. And I told her I was like, just go to the show, like
fucking worse.
Just come to a show. It's not even that big of a deal. Like worst case scenario, you're not gonna like it. That's fine.
Yeah,
it's not even to hurt my feelings if you don't like it.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Like because they know who you are, and they're gonna get in a setting where they're gonna have a drink or two, and it's a room like made. Like where people are there to laugh. Like there's so much to it.
It's more than...
It's just all about context,
yeah.
you know? Like you can't just be like, oh, I'm in the middle of my job. Here's like a stand-up comedy routine. Like
yeah, like if you had if you were just like a killer one-liner dude, you could probably do it.
You could maybe pull it off.
You could probably do like
but
something
even the
stupid
one-liners are so much funnier when they're on stage than like off stage.
Well, like laughter is contagious. So like people, if there's 20
yeah.
people, they're gonna laugh, whether it's that funny or not. So it's it's just a weird thing, dude. But it's that's one thing that I've gotten more like, especially like this last like few months of people tell me a joke, and it's like, fuck you. Like you just get so mad. It's like there's no reason to.
Yeah. I try not to like break like when people bring it up, I try and squash it as quick as I can. Like do comedy like I don't sometimes, but I'm not. I
mean, I'll tell like if someone asks me, I'm like yeah, I'll do it. And then like whatever question they ask, I'll be like like if they want to know about it, it's like yeah, of course, I'll tell you everything you want to know about it. But the second you go perform for me right now, I'm gonna be like we're done now. Like this is like it's over now because I'm not. Yeah. Like,
I mean, it kind of sucks because they just don't understand, right? Like, I mean, they just don't.
Well, yeah, I'm not usually like a dick about like telling them like, look, it just doesn't work like that. Yeah. It's not. If I tell you something now, it's not going to be funny, and then you're not going to go see me at the show. Yeah, it's like I can just tell you that's exactly how it's going to work.
Yeah, yeah. I think the approach of like, yeah, come to my show and see it there. That's where it's at.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. And then like, because like everyone that I work with knows that I do it. Because I've known everyone that I work with my entire life.
Are you a funny guy at work?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I try to be funny everywhere, but like not
stand-up comedy.
Right.
Yeah, it's
I just try to
thing.
be like because like I grew up like my whole family's been like it's more like being like an ass. Like my whole family's been like it's just ball busting. So it's like every. And then all the people I work with have been around my family since I was born. So like everyone knows everything about everybody. So it's really easy to mess with people at work but like it's more just like smart ass comebacks and shit like that and just messing with people. And
I'm sort of the same way. Like I was kind of a class clown, and then at work I say a lot of just stupid funny things, but it's not like definitely not the same as my stand-up comedy.
No, it's not even close. Yeah, it's it's different, but
yeah, I recycle a lot of jokes at work too. I just like
that you
like so if I said something funny, like because it's always work related, right? So like whenever you say a joke, like or at least in where I work, it's like I'll say something that's work related and funny, and then when I'm around a new group of people,
you'll do it again.
Yeah, just recycle it.
Yeah. Yeah, see, usually our stuff isn't like it's usually just kind of us fucking with each other is usually like what's funny, or just like we'll tell stories and stuff like that. Then it's like you can kind of be a little bit more animated like with your friends and stuff. Then but it's not like I'm doing a set. Like I don't treat it like that. But it's
right. Yeah.
But it's I don't know. It's funny to like. It's fun. I just like making people laugh. So like if I can make whether I make my friends laugh or I make an audience laugh, it's fun.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like because I work at a hospital with like patients and stuff, and like my approach is like if I can make somebody who's in pain laugh, then that's like double rewarding. You know what I mean? Like it's just
because they're not.
If I can
really
get a laugh out of
usually.
you, if I can get a laugh out of you, that's like that just boosts my ego, and then also like hopefully it makes you feel a little bit better too. So that's usually kind of
that's got to be weird though, working in a hospital, especially like if like a patient finds out that you do comedy too.
Yeah,
Does that
I actually
happen?
put a cast on somebody that saw me do comedy one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was like a kind of a weird
Did they
thing.
like you?
Uh-huh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. It's like,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
sucked
yeah.
too if they were like, I saw you like the other night and I didn't. It wasn't good.
Yeah, I did that. I don't. You probably did it too. The San Diego's funniest person.
The Madhouse one?
Yeah. Yeah. So I did that, and luckily he was at the first round, which I was funny. The second round, I wasn't that funny.
That's good.
But he, yeah, he remembered me from that because he saw my name badge at work, and he's like, Dusty. He's like, hey, do you do stand-up comedy?
Yeah, but your whole name is not a common name.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's
a weird
not.
name.
I wouldn't say it's weird. It's definitely built for comedy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Dusty.
Yeah, just Tunnel is just like an odd name. There's not a lot of them, you know.
No, but it's your first name and your last name because you could
Combined,
be
yeah.
like any like Tim Tunnel, like that almost like it.
Yeah, I have an aunt Sandy Tunnel too.
Sandy Tunnel.
Yeah, she married into the name, so you know it's love, you know. But yeah, and then the joke was always like if I had a daughter, I would name her Wendy, you know. Like,
That's my mom's name.
oh, Wendy.
Yeah.
Wendy Tunnel. Yeah.
That's the weirdest thing, dude.
Yeah,
Tunnel,
there is another Dusty Tunnel on social media. Well, I think he's Dustin, but he goes by Dusty.
Mm-hmm.
And he took the Twitter handle Dusty Tunnel, which like is kind of upsetting because his profile picture is just a truck, so you can't see that it's like not me, and he's super racist.
Oh, that doesn't help.
Like one of his tweets is like F N words.
That's the whole tweet.
That's the whole tweet.
That's balls.
Yeah, and it's got my name on it. Like,
yeah, that's not a good look.
I know. It's like, dude, can you just change your profile picture so they know it's not me?
Yeah, at least
like,
put it as you.
Yeah,
That would suck if someone came up to you and was like, I saw your Twitter.
Yeah.
Real funny.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I thought you were a comedian.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, there was a couple like pretty gnarly ones too, like oh, now I can't remember what they are. There's some like homophobic stuff on it, and it was upsetting.
He just scared everybody.
Yeah, I tried to like report like a bunch of his shit, so hopefully he would get like kicked off.
That way you could use it,
and then I could steal
There you
it. But I don't know.
You actually went through with that? You did like that?
I reported the F N words tweet,
Okay.
and I was hoping
you did
that
like
would
the
get
Twitter
him kicked
let
off.
me see a manager kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
You just wanted your name.
I just want the
You just want
the
your name
handle.
back.
Yeah. But I don't know. I just throw my middle name in there now, so which is just one letter K, which is
that
also
really
weird.
your whole middle name? Is just
Yeah,
the
it's just
K?
the letter K. Yeah.
Oh.
So it's like my whole name is just weird. Like everything about it, it's just like there's nothing normal about it.
That's funny though.
Yeah, I mean, the story goes, it's like it was supposed to be Ken, but my mom didn't want. Like my dad wanted it to be Ken because that's his name, but my mom didn't want it, so they settled on the first letter.
That's
it. Yeah.
But you know what it means.
I know.
It's like, because I just like if I see your Twitter or anything, I just see it's like Dusty K Tunnel. Like I would just think that the K stands for something.
Yeah.
You know,
it
but
doesn't, yeah.
It's just.
I think that having letters for a middle name is cool, but like you got to have at least two though. Like I have a cousin, his name is Maxwell, and then his middle name is EW. I think that sounds cool, Maxwell EW.
I have a friend that I work with. His name is just JR, but his
JR?
his first name is the letter J and his middle name is the letter R.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
That's
weird.
it. That's his name.
He's a very white person.
Extremely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice guy, but he's white.
Just a very, very white. Yeah.
But the middle name thing is weird. It's weird even when you meet someone like they don't have a middle name. You're like you're missing part of stuff. Like you're missing.
Yeah. What's with that?
I don't know.
Wait, where did middle names come from? Actually,
Indecisive parents, I guess, probably.
Yeah, maybe back in the day when everybody was like John Smith, they're like, oh, dude, we gotta figure out a way to like.
both my nieces have two middle names.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother gave them both two middle names.
It's
like, don't you think that's excessive?
Is his wife like Hispanic by chance?
No, she's actually pale. She's very pale.
Okay. That's a very like Latina thing. Yeah. Like,
but he gave
Juan
them both.
Castro. I don't know.
Yeah, but they're
Gomez.
Yeah. Gomez. But yeah, his kid. Yeah, they have two middle names, and whenever I told him, I was like, that's a different whatever. They're not my kids, but I just
What are their middle names? Or you don't have to.
Well, I say like the one, her first name, and then it's I'm gonna look like a dick. It's Anne Marie.
Oh, okay.
And then Shelton, and then the other one is Rain Elizabeth. I could
No, it's
never
cool. I'll
remember
make
the-
sure to leave that pause in so when they listen.
That way, if my brother
Yeah.
listens, he's like, "Way to go!" Yeah, he'll call me right away. Fucking dick! You didn't know your niece is this. Yeah, it's not my kid. I don't care. But
Yeah, that's
I don't
cool.
ever call them by their middle name. Like that's like a parent thing.
Yeah.
And I told all that's gonna do is make you frustrated. Like whenever you're mad at
Mm-hmm.
them, and like because like whenever I was like a kid, like because my parents like I was always Ty, unless
Yeah.
I was in trouble. Then they
Are you
Joe.
Tyler? Or
yeah,
you just...
Tyler.
Okay.
My middle
Yeah,
name's
Ty.
Joe, so it's
Oh,
Tyler
okay.
Joe. So if I heard that, I'd just like
Tyler Joe? Dude, that's very redneck.
I know. My dad's name is Eddie Wayne. My grandpa literally named him after John Wayne.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I think that's pretty cool.
But his name is Eddie, but it's Eddy. It's not like Edward.
Oh, that's
His name
cool.
is just Eddie.
I
So it's
like that.
Yeah.
I think I have kind of a redneck family too. Like my dad is like Kenneth Lloyd. Like I
Mhm.
think that's kind of rednecky.
Yeah. My grandpa's name is Red.
Red.
Yeah.
That's-
Well, his name's Howard, but like he don't call him Howard. Like
He
that's
goes by Red.
It's Red.
I have an uncle that goes by Corky.
That's different.
Yeah, he's Charles, but he goes by Corky.
Yeah. Is he like? Is he a goofball or is he just fucking?
He's
That's
no,
just
not
what
at all.
he
He's pretty. I don't. He's Corky fits his name, but it's
Okay.
not. He's not like a weird, like goofy or anything.
Oh, no?
Just I don't know.
No,
Maybe it only fits his name because that's like how I've
Known
I've
him
always
the whole
just
time?
known him as Corky. But
yeah.
yeah. So you have it sounds like you have a pretty big family.
Huge family.
Yeah.
Huge family. It's
Yeah.
insane. I have so many cousins I've never met. Like,
Oh,
it's just,
okay.
yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. Man, I don't even know. I think I know all my cousins.
Yeah, I don't know all mine.
I kind of have a weird family in that,
Like-
I had a lot of step siblings, and now I don't. Like there's a lot of step siblings that aren't
That
my
are now
step-siblings
divorced.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, my family's. I mean, everyone in my family, like, it seems like they pretty much stay married. But like my great grandpa had 22 grandchildren.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and he was.
That's like the record.
It's like a lot. They're from Oklahoma, so that's like that's just like standard, I guess. They just like need help.
they need people running the farm.
Yeah,
kind
pretty
of a
much.
deal, Yeah.
That's he had an identical twin, and out of 22 grandchildren, my dad's the only one that had twins.
Huh.
So yeah, so it's like weird.
Yeah, that is weird. I wonder. Yeah, how does that work? So that's just is that like a genetic thing, or is that like an anomaly?
It's
when that
I don't
happens?
know what it is. I've heard it. I've heard both. I've heard people say it's genetic, and then I've heard people say it's not genetic, and I'm leaning towards it's genetic because in my family, between my mom's side and my dad's side, there's been 47 sets.
47
like
sets
I
of
think is what they
twins?
say is what my mom told me is that there has been 47 sets of twins as far back
So,
as far back as we know.
94 people.
Right, of just like that.
I know it's math.
That
It
look
was
alike.
just-
Well, yeah, I would have never. I've honestly been hearing people say those numbers my entire life, and I've never been like, "That's 94 people." I've never even thought of that. Not even once. I've never even
sets
thought of
sound
that.
smaller.
That's like a lot
Yeah.
of more people. Yeah,
Yeah.
47 is a smaller number, easier for me to work with. But
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
never even thought like how many people that actually is.
That's pretty crazy. That
Yeah.
that's
I
like
don't know how true it is, but that's just what I've like been told by my family. That me and my
Yeah.
brother are like the only ones of the last few generations.
That's like a great sample for like testing. You know what I mean? Like because they're all within the same family, so you could do like, all those like weird tests where like if you poke one, the other one feels it or whatever. Like
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, that's just so many people have been like, what's your brother thinking of? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like,
wait, are you a twin?
yeah.
I didn't know you were a twin.
Yeah.
Did
Well,
you say that earlier and I wasn't paying attention?
I think
I don't think
I
you
said
that.
like, well, when I said my grandpa had 22 grandchildren, out of all of them, he was a twin, and my dad's the only one with a twin.
Oh, okay. I just.
but
didn't appreciate that.
you could probably think I had another set of siblings. I don't.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
no, I have a twin brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
it's like-
so he should get into comedy, and then you guys should just like switch like back and forth.
he's been,
and see.
dude. He came up to me a couple of nights where he'll go to the shows with me, and he gets drunk. He's like, "Hey, let me go up." And he's like, "Let me do it." And it's like, I was like, "No, dude." Like he goes, "But what if I'm good?" And I'm like, "What if you're not?" And then like, there's gonna be so many people that think that like I just ate it that night. And it's so funny, but
That's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Do you ever have like twin things happen where like you felt like you could feel what was going on with your brother? Or
I mean, like I think I don't know, because like I think that just because like I've known him my entire life, that it's like you could tell when they're upset. Everyone
Right,
acts like that's a
okay.
fucking special gift when they're a twin. It's like, no, if you just know someone long enough, you could be like, you're not the same today.
That's
But, like,
interesting.
But it's like I mean, me and him will definitely be like where he'll call me, and I was like, I was just talking about you, like kind of thing. But that's not. I don't think that's that weird.
Yeah,
I definitely don't know what he's doing right now. Like when people are like, "Can you see him?" It's like, no. There's
if I look in the mirror.
yeah. There's so many people that get so like, they just think that like, because to me,
identical twins, right? Now.
right? Yeah. There's so many people that are like, instead of just being like I don't look at him like that's my twin. It's just like that's my brother until like I see like a picture of us together. I'm like, oh, we are like, yeah, we do look a lot alike.
Oh yeah, that would be that'd be interesting because I feel like. Yeah, how would I feel if I saw me all the time?
It is weird. It's definitely funny. Like now, like because at one time he was like super fat and I was not, and then now he's lost weight and I've gained it. So like we caught each other.
Okay.
But it was really funny to be like whenever I was like more in shape, I could be like that is as bad as I can look. Like so I took so much comfort in knowing like that's how I can look.
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, because I was
That's a pretty good joke. Do you ever do a joke about that?
Yeah, I've done that before,
Okay.
but it doesn't work now because I gained a bunch of weight. So like now I feel like if he's there and like he's skinnier than you, like it won't make sense. But
that would be pretty good material.
yeah, I mean I've got stuff about having a twin brother. It's just like shit that me and him did. Like because it was so funny, dude. I actually did it. I don't know if you heard the bit. I do it on stage, but it's not made up like at all. I left school one day to go get donuts, and my teacher was actually cool. Like if you left school to get food, she would just be cool with it. Mm-hmm. So as long as you brought her something back, like you'd have to like if you went to the taco shop, you get her a burrito, like you're solid. So me and my buddy were going to go get donuts, and she was like, "Oh, just get me a chocolate twist, and we're good." So like I left. I always parked my truck right at the top of the gate, so whenever I got back, I would just pull right there. And whenever I left, I pulled back into the school, and we looked. We didn't see anybody. And then once we pulled into the school, the narc, the dude, he pulled up in his golf cart. And he was pissed, right? So he comes walking up, and he's like, "What are you guys doing?" And I was like, "Oh, fuck!" Like, I show him the box. I was like, "Dude, we got donuts." Like, I was just trying to be funny, and I was like, "Yeah, here, you want one?" He's like, "No." He's like, "You can't just leave school whenever you want. What's your name?" And I said, "Hayden." And then my brother got in trouble for it. It was so fucking funny, dude. It like I got back to the class. Me and him had the same class, and I walked in. He was like, "Hey, dude, let me get a donut." I'm like, "Take as many as you want." Like, you're gonna get a phone call later. Like, yeah. It was so funny.
That's funny. That's a different kind of story than you had different teachers than I had. There was a husband-wife teacher. So there
we
was
had
like,
that. We had that at our school. And then they got divorced during the school year. That was weird.
Oh yeah, this is even weirder.
Oh, okay.
So the husband ended up having an affair with their daughter-in-law.
Whoa.
Yeah, and when the wife found out, she shot him in the dick. And
that's like way different.
Yeah, dude, crazy, right? Well, I don't know. The newspaper said shot him in the leg, but we're all like, no,
it was the dick.
Probably the dick.
Yeah, they're not going to say that in the newspaper.
And then so she's running from the cops. They found her in a dumpster. She's trying to hide in a dumpster.
Like they wouldn't think to look there. Yeah. What a fucking crazy thing.
That is crazy, right? Yeah, dude. I had both of them at one point. So he was one of my English teachers, and then I took journalism, and she was the journalism teacher. Yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
Oh,
shot him in the dick. That's funny.
Yeah. I mean, he was like a good-looking dude, and she was really not attractive, so I could see why he was looking for love elsewhere. But the daughter-in-law...
That's still a horrible thing. Is she good-looking, too? Was the daughter-in-law good-looking?
I don't know what she looked like.
I bet she's terrified.
Yeah.
Probably not now, because that other one's in jail. So whatever happened to the teacher? Did he come back to school and act like nothing happened?
Yeah, he
just pretended like that didn't happen.
Well, I don't know if he. Yeah, because it happened after I graduated.
Oh, okay.
But
that's so weird.
But he did come back and he was teaching, so I don't.
That's so unfortunate, dude. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine that?
Poor guy, right?
Well, I mean, no. It's like you're not supposed to cheat on your wife, but like
yeah, but I don't know if that punishment fits the crime. Maybe it does. It depends on your perspective.
I don't know. If it was your wife, you'd probably be pretty upset.
Yeah, I guess maybe.
I have a weird vibe about that. Like if it's like if you don't want to be with me, just tell me and work.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's fine. Just go. Just don't do that shit because then you could get shot in the dick. Like that's because it could end bad. Like
so really, Tiger Woods had it okay.
If he just got hit with a golf club, he got off easy. And he had sex with 60 different people?
Oh, yeah, it was a lot. Some of them were not...
But once you get up to like admitting to 20, how much harder is it for her to believe like you did it another fucking 30 times? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? She's gonna.
Yeah. At what point do you just stop? Like, you
just
get
quit
any
fighting it.
matter.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, 2 people, 3 people.
At one point, you'd almost get impressed. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, you got it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Wait, 40?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you would start to be. Yeah, you start to feel like, hey, you like.
Yeah.
Maybe,
I wonder what the number is.
Maybe
The
I'm
threshold.
not that good. Like, there's that many.
Yeah. Yeah. How many does it take before you go, oh, maybe it's my fault?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Maybe I just wasn't a good wife.
Oh, man.
That's unfortunate.
Well, this is kind of only partially true, but I was trying to make a joke out of it for a while, but it's like sometimes when you like a joke that's like funny to me now, like it was so sad, like such a sad thing to happen. Sometimes I don't know if you ever get this, but like it's almost like the audience like it's like a feel bad for you kind of vibe rather than it being funny. So I had a girlfriend like cheat on me with a janitor at a skilled nursing facility in Portland. And I think that sentence,
That's a lot to deal with. In the
just that sentence, I think is one of the funniest.
Because
things.
you know all the details about it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and then I go on and I
most
say,
people are like, my wife was cheating on me with some guy. You're like, I know his fucking address. Like,
yeah, exactly, yeah, yeah. So I just want to be like, there's nothing wrong with being a janitor, but like that feels deliberate when your name's Dusty, you know, like.
yeah.
But yeah, like I've tried to do that joke a couple of different times, and it's just like, I just get like, oh, like instead
Yeah,
of,
because they're more like,
laughs.
you didn't hear the play on words I did, how fun it was.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, because to me, like it really isn't like you know, at the time it like crushed me and I was really sad, but like now I think it's really funny.
Yeah, it's devastating.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, because getting cheated on is the worst. But
Yeah.
whenever like it's over and like later on, you're like, I mean, it is what it is. But
Yeah. I'm like, I don't
Yeah,
like,
especially
hold a
it's like-
grudge. I'm friends with the person like now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, I don't.
It was, well, I mean, because like, you know, you get like when I reflected back on it, it was just like, dude, our relationship was garbage anyway. Like it was it was about to end. I mean, it should have probably ended already, and then it shouldn't have even been cheating. So it was just like,
Yeah,
it was at that point.
It didn't have to go to that.
Yeah, it's just like both of us were just too scared to end it, I think, and then like.
Were you like in high school still?
No, I was I was in my 20s.
Last year.
Yeah. No, it was like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
No, it was like I was in my 20s, like early 20s or something like that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was. And then she just like, you know, she just wants me back now, like even to
That
this
seems
day.
to be how it goes, though.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of like, I had girlfriends that like after we split up and it would be like time went by, then like start out of nowhere. They're like, hey, and you're like, no.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah.
Remember we did this. It didn't work. Like, I'm a pretty firm believer in when it's done. It's kind of just it's done.
Yeah,
Like
I
I've
think so.
I've tried the second sentencing, but it just isn't.
Really, you gotten back together?
I've gotten back together with an ex before, and it's just every time.
Actually,
and
that one we broke up and then got back together.
Yeah.
Yeah, like shortly after.
Yeah, and then it went exactly how you thought it would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it went how I thought it would when I was thinking clear-headed. When you're in your 20s, like, just the thought of getting laid... Well, you're in your 20s.
Yeah.
Just the thought of getting laid for me was just like, I didn't have, like...
Yeah, but you, like, just got out of your 20s. You act like, you act like you're some seasoned
I'm 33,
old vet.
dude. No, I'm like, I know everything now.
Yeah.
So, like, if you have questions...
I'm an
just-
adult, yeah.
Yeah.
You know anything about taxes?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I was, hey, come here. Let me put my arm around you.
Yeah,
Give
we'll
you
talk
some
about
secrets.
this. Yeah. No, that's funny. But no, I don't. Yeah, I think I've just been in relationships, like, more than I haven't been. I've never been, like,
that's
the guy.
Kind of opposite of me.
I've never been the
actually.
guy that's just like meet a girl and then like if I show any kind of interest in you at all or you show any interest in me, I will annoy you. Like I was that kind of guy. I would just bug every chick that like even acted like they kind of liked me until I found the ones that liked me enough to be like, all right, he's annoying, but I'll deal with it because he like sometimes he pays for shit.
I can relate to that.
Yeah, and then I end up just dating them for a few years and then it ends. But
Yeah. Then it ends poorly. She puts super glue in my lotion.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
They're out to get you.
yeah.
But no, that kind of stuff. I don't know. Relationships are weird, but they're fun in a sense sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm the opposite actually. I think I've only had maybe 2 relationships that have lasted longer than a year. Like they all just last like a few months and then I just but I think it has a lot to do with me. I think I'm like
you think you're the problem?
yeah. I'm okay with it, but I just yeah, I think that I just get like, I don't know if bored's the right word, but like I get excited and then like the excitement dies off. Really
Oh yeah, you
fast.
get comfortable, and
Yeah.
then a lot of girls don't like that.
Yeah,
They like the, well, I want you to still be happy to see me. It's like, yeah, but you didn't leave. Like,
yeah,
can't miss you if you don't leave.
Yeah, well, I've ended all of the relationships.
Oh,
too.
see, I haven't.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I've ended. I haven't been in a lot, but like the ones that I have ended have been like, it should have ended so much sooner. It seemed like where you're just like, fuck, like,
Yeah.
that just dragged on and on and on, and then after it's over, you're like, oh god, you physically feel lighter. And that's good.
Yeah. That's almost a bummer, right? Like, because you feel like you wasted time. Like when, like the day after you break up, you're like, man, I feel better.
Yeah, I'm not even that bummed. Like,
oh, hey, I'm gonna go do what I want
you're like,
right now because there's nobody else
Yeah.
to tell me otherwise.
yeah, well, that's what I like about my girlfriend. Like, because I don't like. She's like the only girl that I've dated that I'm not like, hey, I'm gonna go do this, and like, but you're waiting to see, like, oh, that's okay.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, I just like, she'll just like show up. I'm not home. She's like, where are you at? I'm like, oh, I'm at my friends. Like, I don't have to check in, which is like a nice, comfortable.
Oh yeah, that's good.
And like we live together and everything too, so it's not like a big issue, like for her especially.
Yeah,
And that's what she. I mean, she's a cool.
That's pretty
there's,
clutch. Right?
Yeah, there's not a lot of girls that are like, oh, you're gonna go out till fucking 2:00 in the morning every night and at some bar downtown. Oh, have fun. Like, there's not a lot of chicks that are like that.
I think that's really important because I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to be with someone that I have to like. Like, I don't want to be with a mom.
No,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no,
I've
had that where they like,
Yeah.
you're only doing good because I'm here. It's like, I was doing fine before. Like, I could make it work.
Yeah.
But,
hey, I make my bed a little more now, but that's
yeah,
exactly.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Like, I did laundry twice this week, but it's like,
yeah.
no, my girlfriend is super like, just, she's like, oh, just call me, let me know if you need anything or if you're bored and want to talk to me or something. But most of the time, like, we don't see each other during the week other than like when we're going to bed.
And she's supportive of your comedy too, which
supportive.
is like
super supportive.
Yeah, I think that's pretty clutch too, because like comedy takes up so much time.
Oh yeah, she didn't know, and that's the other thing too. We were talking about the other day. She's like, I didn't know that like it's that much work. Like you're gone that often, and it's like, yeah, I'm not home like a lot.
Yeah. You get 2% of my time.
Yeah, well, that's like this weekend. Like, I haven't done like any spots this weekend.
Oh yeah.
So it's like,
So you got to spend time with her.
yeah.
Did,
so,
she
like,
went out with you to your trip that you just went on, the dirt biking thing?
No.
Oh no.
No.
So you do all that stuff too?
Yeah, yeah. I do all kinds of shit with
Yeah,
her.
that's legit.
Yeah, but like, yeah, because like usually, like, I think, yeah, today her sister came in to town, so like she hung out with her sister today anyway. So
perfect.
But most of the time, like, if we're gonna go do like a desert, like a weekend trip, she always goes because her whole family does it with my whole family. We're all gung ho together. But
it's legit.
Yeah, but like as far as just like getting home from work and then leaving and going out and doing spots that night and not like hanging out with her, hasn't had any problems. Never.
That's good.
She's
probably
never
an independent person then, huh?
Yeah. She's never even been kind of like, you're going out again tonight. Like, it's never even had that kind of vibe, which is cool. She just understands that that's like part of the deal.
Cool.
Because I was doing it when we got together, so I'm not gonna like not
Stop.
do it now. Yeah.
Well, congratulations, dude.
Oh yeah, it's been fun.
Well, we're right about an hour, which is I think people's attention spans usually start to die off right about here. Mm-hmm. So, do you want to plug anything? I'll try. I'm actually gonna try and get this out pretty soon, like either tomorrow or the next day. So.
Well, I'll be at Madhouse Wednesday night. I think I'm doing the roast battle Monday night again.
Where's that at?
Madhouse. No, I'm doing the one at Madhouse Monday night, and
That's
then I'll be at Madhouse in the main room Wednesday night too.
Okay.
So
cool.
Other than that, nothing really.
Yeah. Okay.
But,
well, hopefully the 7 people that listen to this will give you a follow. And, yeah. Cool. Well, thanks for coming on, dude. This is a lot of fun. Ty Shelton. Social media?
It's just Ty Shelton on everything. I don't besides Twitter, but like I don't have Twitter, but yeah, Instagram, Facebook, all that.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Thanks, dude. Wasn't that dope? That's dope, right? I mean, Ty Shelton, awesome person, funny on the podcast, funny in real life. Make sure to go check him out if you get a chance. And just support local comedy and art and things. It doesn't have to be for specific people, but it is nice to become a fan of quality art, and Ty provides that. So go check him out. If you would like to be on the podcast, or if you have like topics that you think would be fun discussed on a podcast, go ahead and reach out to me on the contact link of dustytunnel.com. Up in the upper right-hand corner of the webpage, click on it, send me a message, and I'll respond. If you have ideas for segments that you think would be awesome, my ears are open. I'm here and receptive, and just want to do a good job and produce a good product for you guys. As far as me, I've only got one show coming up, and that's not till July 20-something, and it'll be on my website, 26th, maybe 20th. July 20th in Fresno, California, Full Circle Brewery, Freak Show with Cyrus, and Tuesday. I will be performing at that, so if you're in Fresno, please come check me out July 20th. And if you're near Fresno, please come check me out July 20th. And if you're in the world of America, come check me out July 20th. Thanks for listening, as always. I appreciate you guys. Love you. Bye.